To do that, typically you need a professional engineer and an architect to stamp their drawings accordingly. So, and briefly here, to become a professional engineer, usually you have to obtain a 4-year degree from an accredited university and then spend time working with another professional engineer under their guidance, and then obtain some references from the PEs that you've worked for, and take the test, and then fill the paperwork out. And should you do that for one state and you need it for other states, the orchestrator of those exams allows for opportunities to make that easier, but it can still be it's a paperwork process, but for good reason. The things that we produce, consultants produce intellectual property. So it really is, although they may design a building for an owner and it is for that owner couldn't decide to take that then and go turn out other buildings. They're within the specifications, there's outlining of who owns which intellectual property. And likewise, when you're working for a consulting firm, they have what's referred to as instruments of service. So they might have feeder schedules or transformer tables and things like this, even the specs and their contracts. And these are what's referred to as the things that they do business with, their instruments of service. And which brings to a good point. So for engineering ethics in school, for engineers, we were required to take an engineering ethics course, and for good reason. So our primary purpose is to protect people and property, but we have these two words here, and one of them means we like to provide good services and make money for a living, and the other one comes with responsibilities. So sometimes you can be in conflicting situations as to ask permission later or now, and then otherwise. So there's a really high responsibility for professional engineers. The standard of care, despite in other career paths, there might be some easy wiggle room to say yes or no reasons why you didn't or I didn't know. There's very strong standard, a professional standard of care. So if you had to be in a courtroom, unfortunately, for speaking to what you designed, there's a strong standard of care that we really we care in the community of the engineering. We want it to be right, and we care about the people and the property. Any questions about the consulting engineering?